in the building.
Dig into with this game, and when you look at the season for the Buckeyes, it's almost like this strange journey where the first opening 3 games came out smoking and then went through some rough patches. And this kind of reminds me, and Matt, we discussed this, of that 02 season, which was my freshman year when the Buckeyes actually beat Michigan and won the national championship against Miami, Florida, where every game was a close game. When we think back, we weren't dominating teams that year. We struggled with Cincinnati, we struggled with Purdue, we struggled with all these teams and managed to find a way to win. So as tough as OSU, you know, as hard as it's been to watch them struggle, especially defensively, when you look at that 10-1 record, you can feel good about that, but you know this team has not played their best football game, and they don't seem like a complete team. However, when I look back at the 02 team, it was kind of the same way. The only difference was there was a little bit better leadership, a little bit, you know, guys at the very top were a little bit more focused, and that team didn't shoot itself in the foot. I will say that. But this team has a chance now to turn all that around in just one game and really secure its destiny by just going out there and executing against a team. And we know, Matt, you know this, I know this, Rodney, you'll learn this real soon. This Michigan game, it's going to come down to real simple stuff. It's going to come down to blocking, tackling, not turning the football over. You can't put it on the ground, and you've got to execute when you get opportunities. You have to dominate in short yardage and in the red zone, and I think you're going to see a little bit of mix of things. I think Urban's going to allow, you know, Ryan Day to open things up a little bit if the weather permits it. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a situation where this is going to be a close football game. This game, historically, 80% of the time or more has come down to, I think, 7 points or less. So all these predictions about us getting blown, you know, there's not going to be any blowouts here. This is going to be a good, hard-nosed, physical, close game, and it'll come down to who wants it more and who's going to play harder in the trenches as well. It was a motivated Ohio State football team. You know, it seemed like they were so driven by the fact that you're talking about their, you know, underdogs at home. Michigan comes in, they got guys guaranteeing victory, and we're hearing all this about a revenge tour, and it seemed like there was just so much ammunition for Ohio State to draw off of, and they came out swinging. We know styles make fights, and as Matt said, this was the perfect style for the Buckeye defense specifically, with Michigan's kind of downhill straight line attack against these guys who there wasn't too much misdirection. There wasn't, you know, too many things to get lost in eye control. It was pretty much you see it, now go hit it, and what you saw was Malik Harrison shooting gaps. You saw Tough Borland sifting through all of those, you know, linemen and you know, shedding blocks and getting to the football early. You saw defensive backs who played good coverage. A lot of PI calls, we know that. Some of those balls were uncatchable over their heads. Bad calls here and there on both sides of it, but you saw much better coverage, generally speaking. And then offensively, you saw Dwayne Haskins really take control. You're talking about 318 yards on only 30 passes and 5 passing touchdowns. That's a masterful game. He was on time with the football. You know, there was a couple passes I know he wanted back. There was a couple chances that guys had to make even bigger plays. I know Ben Victor missed one that could have been huge. But aside from all that, guys came out, they executed, they played with passion. They really wanted to win this game. Yeah. And they wanted to make a statement.
Revenge tour is canceled.
Yeah, the revenge tour is canceled.
That's over. You
No
can
tickets
see us
were
next
sold
year in
for that.
November.
Try again another time. I'm sorry, Harbaugh, you still got the milk and the khakis. You'll figure your life out. But right now, it was over. I mean, from start to finish, Ohio State just dominated.
Yeah, I mean, I think
in the building.